Hey everyone, it's Charlene. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you how to make a layered butterfly card with an SVG I created. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do is go over to my blog at dreamcraftcreate.com, and there you're going to go to File Access. If you already have the password, you can enter it here. If you don't, you can fill in your information to get access to my files. When you go into the File Access, you're going to see here there is a layered butterfly card. That is what you want to download. Once you've downloaded the file, you're going to need to unzip the file. And then you're going to open up Cricut Design Space. I'm going to choose New Project, Upload, Upload Image. You're going to go to where you have saved the file. I've saved it to my desktop and I've already unzipped it. You're going to double click on the file to open it and choose Upload. Now you can click the uploaded file and add to Canvas. First thing you're going to do is ungroup. Then you're going to come down here, select this area where the lines are, and these you're going to change to score. And then you're going to select both of these items, the score line and the card base, and you're going to choose Attach. From here, you can select Make It. If you want to create multiples of the shadow layer, you're going to need to duplicate that. That's the shadow layer for the sentiment. And if you want to, you can do some type of inked background, but if you just want to use a piece of paper to go underneath the butterfly cutout, you can cut this out in any color or glitter paper, whatever works well for you. I did cut mine out off camera. I used the medium cardstock setting, and for all of my cardstock projects, I like to use the deep knife point blade. I don't recommend using paper that's any heavier than 80 pounds for this project because it does have a lot of fine details in it. You can see I did cut out 3 copies of the shadow layer, so that's what I just took off. And anytime I'm removing my paper from my sheet, I like to peel the sheet away from the paper. That keeps my paper from rolling up. So if there are any little bits that are still remaining, I like to go in with a weeding tool and I just poke those out. You can see here all those little dots on the butterfly are very small, and so it takes a little while to get them out. Since it does take some time, I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video here while I'm getting all of those little bits out. I just use my weeding tool, poking out all of the pieces, and then if any of them stick to the back, I go in and I just kind of peel them off the back because you're not going to see that part of the card. It won't matter if there's any little paper tears. You just want to try and make sure that you don't rip your whole butterfly. So once you have all of the pieces out, you're going to go in and you're going to fold the wings. Because these are very delicate and it's kind of a hard fold, I suggest using a bone folder. This project is based off of a real butterfly, so it has a very realistic look to it, and I just love it. Once you have your wings folded, you can go ahead and fold your card base over. I'm using my bone folder to make sure I get a good crease on my card. Now I'm going to bring in my background layer. If you're interested in seeing how I made this background layer, I am going to link to the video up in the top right hand corner so that you can see how I did that. I did cut my sentiment out of shimmer vinyl. You can use regular vinyl, any kind of vinyl that you have really. And I'm coming in here and just weeding out all of the inset pieces from the letters. If you do use shimmer vinyl, you are going to want to make sure to be very careful when you're peeling off the paper like I do, or you can use transfer tape, but you do have to use the strong grip transfer tape for this type of shimmer vinyl. If you're interested in seeing all the supplies that I use, they will also be listed at my blog. I'm going in and I'm going to layer up those shadow layers, I am using Gina K Connect glue, and I'm gluing each of the 3 layers together. This is going to give you some dimension on the card where your sentiment is. If you're enjoying this video, please do hit that like and subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell so you can get future notifications about videos that I release with tips and tricks and different kinds of card tutorials. You can see here I'm peeling the sentiment, the shimmer vinyl, off of the paper. It is a little tricky. If you're going to do it this way, I recommend peeling from the bottom rather than trying to peel left to right, so that way you don't stretch out your letters. Once I have that off, I am going to use some reverse tweezers to apply it to my shadow layer. Just trying to get a good hold on there. And this I do from left to right. I position the first letter and push it down, and then it's easier going on to the following letters. I like to use my weighting tool for this because I can kind of tweak the letters and put them in the right place as I'm going down the line with each letter. Once I get it where I like it, I push it down, and then I'm going to adhere the sentiment to the front of my card. A lot of people don't like shimmer vinyl because it is somewhat tricky to work with, but I love it. I like to use it in all of my projects, especially when I'm making holiday cards. I think it just adds an extra layer of kind of wow to cards. So now I'm going to glue this background layer to the inside of the card. Just be careful not to get any glue on the butterfly wings, and try not to put your glue too close to the edges of the outline of the butterfly, because then it's going to kind of squish into where the wings are. You can see I do get a little bit in there, so I'm going to make sure I pull up those wings and pop them up pretty quickly so they don't dry to the background layer. And then once that glue is a little dry on the background layer, I can come in with my adhesive eraser and run it over the spots where the glue is. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to adhere my sentiment layer to the front of the card, and I'm going to put this down in the bottom right hand corner. I use my reverse tweezers anytime I'm applying a sentiment to a card, and the Gina K glue is really great because it has a lot of wiggle room. Because it's kind of a very liquidy glue, it gives you a lot of time before it actually dries, so you can make sure that your sentiment is nice and straight. Here I am coming in with that adhesive eraser. I never knew how much I needed this eraser until I got it. I actually use this probably on every single card I make. I don't know what that says about my gluing skills, but I'm glad to have this eraser in order to get any extra little bits of adhesive off. Now I did cut a secondary layer to go inside the card, and that's because I did an inked background on this card, and you can see that there's some ink from kind of my messy work on the inside of the card, and so I'm going to layer another piece so it makes it nice and clean and pretty on the inside. This is a step that you could totally skip if you use just a cut piece of paper for underneath the butterfly, or a piece of glitter cardstock or something like that. So again, coming in with my friend, the adhesive eraser, and getting that extra bit of glue off from around the edges. And that's pretty much going to finish up my card. Close it up, pop up those wings a little bit, and there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this card. I hope you'll head over to my blog and get the SVG file and make this to send to someone that you care about. Thanks guys, and have a great day. Bye.